what is this? I was like, first I thought maybe it's like something on a web or something flying. It's obviously something moving. I don't know what that is. Good morning, y'all. It is the beginning of the week for the garden diaries, and I already kind of came outside and I just took a peek at everything. It was really foggy this morning, and my nose is a little stuffy. I think I might have caught something from my grandchild. There's a lot of stuff I need to do, and the rain is coming in about 3 hours. I don't know if I can get much done, but I'm gonna work on dirt today. But before I get started, I always like to make a few observations. I took out the plant babies from my greenhouse and everything's looking good. Y'all, look at these beans. They looking super good. They already need to be in their location, which is not done. So I'm gonna try to get those together today. And all the plant babies just look really good, even though I didn't have them out in the rain. So I'm super happy about that. Y'all, look at this. It was like they had a growth spurt. I'm excited. Even my new babies are coming up. I have some okra coming up. What's this? Sunflowers. Lots of good stuff. I think I'm gonna have to pour the water off of my hydrangeas because it's staying full right now. Look at this. Super moldy and mildewy. This is the salvia plants. I'm gonna have to research this because they are all powdery mildewed out. Look at that lantana, y'all. Beautiful. I look back at the videos from like week 1. Y'all, this plant was so small and it just bushed right out. So I'm excited about that. I'm definitely gonna take these off because they are ready to go. I have 2 jalapenos. And look what else we have. Yeah, we got peas. Look at the morning glory. It's tendriling out right here. It's going up. This is my stevia plants. There's 2 of them, and y'all look back at the videos. This plant was like this tall when I got it. I didn't even notice how much it had grown. It's 2 plants in here. I need to split them up, and I don't know if I'm gonna have time to do that today. Y'all, I don't know. There's no hope for this guy. And this one is blooming like crazy. Y'all, look at all the tomatoes. But it also has some disease. These are the ones I cut down, and they have tons of powdery mildew. Still only 1 bulb in this planter, and looks like we have some basil they got in here. My bean plants are really perky. And everybody's looking good over here in the radish patch. I'm waiting patiently on the strawberries. We have some carrot babies that are looking good. They bounced back from being crushed. And I'm still waiting on some of these bags to start the carrots going. And I emptied out my cart, so I'm gonna start getting some dirt going. Yeah, when I came out this morning, it was a ton of spider webs everywhere. It was very foggy, so it's a lot of moisture in the air, and I could really see there was just strings of spider webs everywhere. So I know it's probably like that every day and we just can't see it and we walk through the spider webs or whatever, but it was just kind of weird. So I'm gonna start getting some dirt together for all the stuff I need to fill. I've been out for a few hours right now, y'all. I'm super tired. I did 2 carts of dirt, and this is all I was able to fill up. And these are gonna be for the Jack and the Beanstalk patch. Y'all, I made a little mistake I wanted to share. I took some granulated fertilizer and I put it in this container here, and it got wet, and that's what it looks like. So it's like mud, but actually it's more like dookie, y'all, and it smells so bad. So maybe they make that fertilizer out of dookie. You can see I'm super sweaty, y'all. It's not even that hot out here, but it's super humid because it's been raining. And man, I'm burning up, but I still have quite a few things that I want to do. The only thing I've done so far this morning is like prep some dirt and I've been out here for like 2 hours. And so I'm gonna do some planting, and I might have to call it quits because it's just too hot. I'm super duper tired. Today has been kind of a grueling day out here. I think it's just weather related, and also I think I'm still kind of down from my shingles vaccine. Tired, I got a running stopped up nose, I got a headache, but I got a lot done. So before I call it quits for now, so I might come back out between the rain. Let's see what I did today. One thing that I noticed and I wanted to take note of is that a few of these bags are drying out really, really quickly. So I think it might be affecting the germination of the carrots. So I have like this bag, the carrots haven't came up in, this one, and those they're coming up, but these 3 have been dry. So I did water them, even though it should be raining like in a few moments actually. Y'all see that lizard over there? There's another one over here. It's a gazillion lizards in my garden right now. They must have just had babies. I actually planted one of my mustard greens. Y'all, isn't it looking lovely? I feel like over the last 2 days, all of the baby seedlings have really sprung up, so I'm happy about that. So I only got a chance to plant one, and I started getting the Eden trellis organized here. So that's coming along. I planted some more beans. We have some harvester beans and also some more contenders. I also planted some more munchers directly in here. I still want to put some more stuff in here before I actually mulch. Now look at all those tomatoes. I had planned on cutting some of the basil down today, but y'all, I don't have the energy. And this New Zealand spinach really sprung back and it's getting ready to take off. Okay, y'all, if you notice in my spring garden, the tomatillos that was here are gone because I had the bright idea to try to, get it under control and trellis it, and I kind of broke branches and all kinds of stuff. So I pulled it up, and I'm gonna try to just put some in water and see if it grows. And to tell you the truth, I'm not that sad about it. I also put all the plant babies back in because it's about to start raining, and I did a smidge of cleanup. I did some more trimming over here, and I trimmed down this piece of the sunflower so these 2 heads had some room. I also took off the dead wood off of this rose plant, and it's actually, I saw where some growth is coming on. So I think it's gonna be fine once it starts growing back out. I also emptied all of the saucers because they were full of water, and they're gonna be full again probably in about an hour. So the last thing I'm gonna do before I go in is I'm going to go ahead and cut some jalapenos off because they're ready to come off, and I don't want to lose them while I'm waiting for them to get bigger. And that'd be about it. So I'll see you all on the next clip. Now look at me. I done came in, put my pajamas back on. I came in, showered up to get any interlopers off of me. I was like, I'm gonna watch a little TV because it is pouring down raining right now. We got a big storm. It's gonna be here for a few days. And so, I'm glad I went out early and got killed by all the gardening that I did. Good morning. The birds are chirping, and it rained all day yesterday. And so I'm just coming out to see the aftermath. Which everything seems to be doing okay. So let's make some quick observations because I gotta go get some gas in Sandy this morning. This is a blonde bell pepper plant that I topped, and it's just taking forever for this to grow. I don't know if it's the dirt that it's in, because these are also blonde bell peppers. They were in the same cell that I got from the store, and look at the difference. So I'm not sure if it's the dirt, because this is not sifted dirt and this was sifted dirt and amended, but these plants over here just seem blah. Look at Mr. Morning Glory is on his way. Y'all, look at this. This is the salvia plant. I know I'm really close, but I was looking under here. Look how it's making the roots. Let's see if you can see. Look how it's making the roots. That's pretty cool because it's kind of laying down. I got to do something about that. He's not feeling good. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake it tomatoes. There's some really bad leaves in here. I'm gonna cut those off today. I don't want to reach in there and touch them just yet. I did spray these plants yesterday, but it rained almost immediately, so they need to be sprayed again. Well, look like something got a bite of my strawberry. Bastards. Y'all, it's probably the lizards, because I got a million lizards out here, so that would have been my first strawberry. I'm just gonna leave it on there for now. I don't know, probably should take it off. This one, he ain't looking too good either. Had to check out the cucumber plants. Everything is just looking like everything. No changes, and I did plant some new seeds. I can tell the wind got these. It's supposed to be sunny today, so hopefully my bean plants will stand back up. I might need to give them some splints. Still haven't seen any new growth in my new strawberry plants. Like, I got nothing. Carrot babies are looking good. Still have some that are on the struggle bus, but you know, it is what it is. I am going to take the babies out of here. And these are really heavy, so I'm gonna need both my hands for this. Good thing I took my plant babies out because they had like a lot of water sitting in them, so they just been kind of sitting in water. What is this? Oh, my celery. Oh yay, the celery is finally, I couldn't tell what was celery, y'all, because I be just picking stuff out. And these were my backup pea plants, but they're looking pretty good. These are the peas on the side of the trellis, and they got hit hard last night. They were actually laying down. So I'm hoping to get some good sun. The sun's not coming out till this afternoon, and this is not a good spot for sun. So we'll keep our fingers crossed. But overall, everybody is looking okay. Y'all, look at my mustard greens. The garden is definitely a learning process. I was thinking mustard greens like the heat, but after doing some research last night, I found out that the mustard greens are more of a cool winter plant. So, of course, I'm not going to kill the mustard greens that I've already sown. If nothing else, they can give me some additional seeds because I feel like I'm a little low on the mustard green seeds. And then I want to say they're not as easy to get, but they're not that hard to get. Y'all got distracted by leaf miners. And so that's a lesson learned. This is the mustard greens are more of a fall crop, but that's okay. Probably the sweet peas as well, but it's not super hot just yet. Hopefully I'll get a crop of the mustard greens because you can't find them in the store freezer sections right now. It's been a while, and that's why I wanted to grow them. So we'll see how it goes. Y'all, I'm loving how the garden is looking. If you go back and look at the videos from when I first started this year, this place was a hot mess. And it's already starting to get nice and green and beautiful. And the plants are happy right now, and I'm trying to keep them happy. So I don't know how much I'm gonna get done out here today. because I have to fly to the store and get me some gas right now, and then I'll see how I feel. Yesterday I was busted working out here, and so my nose is all clear right now, but I know once I start working out here, it could be a pollen thing as well. I'm pretty sure it's allergies, but I was kind of miserable yesterday, I ain't gonna lie. But I did a lot of work out here. There's always lots of work to be done in the garden. So I wanted to give an honorable mention to my salvia plants. I sprayed the mess out of these plants with neem oil yesterday because they had a lot of powdery mildew, and y'all, they're not quite dry yet, and I'm sure they need to be sprayed again, but I think the neem oil did the trick. Look at that. I'm gonna spray them again a little bit later today because it's not supposed to rain again, I think, until tomorrow. I just got back from the store, which didn't take me long. I went to get gas first, and of course I was like 15 minutes early. And I was there when the gas station opened up, because y'all know the lines would be long. And I usually get my gas at Sam's because it's really close, and the gas is always like 10 to 20 cents cheaper than everybody else's gas. And I decided to go over to Walmart because I wanted to get some creamer. Y'all, usually I do not do that. I'll go to all the way to the grocery store, which is probably about 10 or 15 minutes away, but I was like, I don't want to waste my gas. So I went to Walmart. Y'all, it's like 9 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday, and the parking lot was almost packed already. But I went in anyway, and I did get my creamer, but then this happened. This here happened, y'all. This here happened. So what I've been doing is trying to make sure that I grab canning stuff when I see it, because you know what happened these last 2 years. So let's see what we have here. I got some regular mouth pint, because I got whatever they had. This was all that they had at my Walmart. And then I also got 2 flats. I'm just gonna say flats. 2 cases of the wide mouths, and then the other ones are regular. I also got some pickling salt. I think I already have some, but I just wanted to make sure. And then I got some wide mouth lids, and these should last me a minute maybe. They had more, and I feel like I should have picked up more, but I'm still very new to the canning world, and I don't know what I need. I have been collecting things for the canning, and I'll probably talk about that on another video. But I still don't know everything that I need yet. But I'm just picking up things as I see it. That's where I've been, and I still don't know if I want to go outside and do anything. It's supposed to be sunny this afternoon, so if it gets sunny, I might go out. It's kind of blah outside right now, and I'm feeling kind of blah. So I'm gonna make me some coffee and think about it. Oh, I also wanted to say, y'all had to come and check the garden one more time. I only came out here like about an hour ago, but y'all love my garden so much. But anyway, I also wanted to say, as far as the canning supplies go, I purchased some jars from the grocery store here, and they cost a mint. The quart-sized jars, I think, were almost $20, and the pint-sized jars, just regular lids, they were about $15. So if you can catch your jars at Walmart, I say just grab whatever you can, because the prices were right. It was like $9 for the pints there. So that's a whole $5 less than at the grocery store. And that's all they had was pints. But I'll take the pints, okay? All right. So I'm just going around checking things out. Good morning, y'all. Y'all got my coffee this morning, and I am just taking a walk through the garden for my garden observations. I have not done any serious gardening in a few days because, for one thing, my allergies kicked up so bad. I just felt awful for the last few days, and I decided to kind of give my nose a break and just enjoy the garden. Just make sure nothing's getting out of hand, everything's watered for a few days before I get back out here and start doing some more stuff and do some more planting and splitting and, you know, all that stuff. So that's why my voice sounds like it does. So I may give my body maybe one more day and then it's back at it. Okay. So, but I still like to record my observations for the day. So let's see what happened during the night when I was sleeping. I also brought my moisture tester, and this moisture tester actually tests pH as well. It had a little rust spot in there because I think I left this outside, but it still works. So I just want to make sure I don't need to water anything today. Of course, when I came around the corner, I see these guys, and they're looking a little washed out. I think the rain probably washed them out. I still haven't did research to make sure that the bloom stays super pretty. But this pot over here, we got a lot of blooming going on. So I'm very hopeful that I'm gonna get some new stuff. And the other ones, I don't see those blooms, but that's okay. We're gonna roll with it. My sunflower heads are still closed, but they are getting ready to open. And also, y'all, I always get like this, these black spots on some of the sunflowers. And what I do is I just cut that spot off before it kind of runs its course on the leaves. So you'll see where I've cut that off and it kind of stopped it. So I need to do that again. And then over here, y'all, we got signs of life. This is starting to put out new leaves already, so yay. Y'all, this is what I saw when I first came around the corner. Some beautiful knockout roses, and this was on the plant that was looking very horrible. So if you go back a few videos, you'll see that this was almost sticks where I had cut it back, and it is growing back nicely. I always really take a look at my plant babies to make sure nothing weird is going on. I planted some okra, some regular okra and some burgundy okra, and I didn't realize you can tell which ones they are. Like you can see the burgundy in there, that's the burgundy okra, and then the other ones are my regular okra. Time to get these guys out the cups. These are some mustard greens. Oh, look, my loofah is growing. Yay! I also want to get my New Zealand spinach out the cups too. I think I know where I'm gonna put those at. Got some beans going here. They're looking good. Y'all, these guys over here, they are not happy. I think I'm gonna end up pulling these snap peas out of here and trying something different. This is just not a good spot. It doesn't get good sun. Last year, I grew the black-eyed Susans here and they did well. But they're doing good on this side. And you can see the morning glory is just going away. Also, the vining mandevilla, yay. I just like to look at these blooms. They are so beautiful. This is my red bell pepper plant and it is starting to bloom. Yay! Also have more jalapenos coming out. And I look at this plant every day and it's doing nothing. I might end up pulling this out. Y'all, as much as I don't like, you know, throwing away plants, I don't want to nurse like sick plants this year. So if I have plants that are not doing well and thriving, I'm just going to replace them and go ahead and get rid of them. Okay, this makes me really happy because y'all, my asparagus beans are starting to go up the trellis and I didn't have to do any coaxing. Somehow they found the trellis. Look at that. Yay! Y'all, this is doing really well. So I need to do just a smidge more research on the New Zealand spinach. I always look at this guy, but I already know I need to replace this plant. I've been looking to see if this is getting more buds. I see one bud right here. This is the miniature rose. I think it's gonna be fine. I see some more buds coming up. So this is gonna be blooming again soon. And this one, y'all, this pink one went crazy. And it put out a whole bunch of blooms. I'm gonna deadhead it. And I'm pretty sure it's gonna be fine. I also need to respray these salvia plants. So this is a note to self because it has powdery mildew, but the neem oil helped out a lot. And also still only have one little bulb coming up here. All right, y'all, this is my cucumber patch. Y'all, I'm excited about the muncher cucumbers, but now I'm waiting for some new plants to come up. I just feel like the cucumbers are going kind of slow. We're starting to get blooms on the contender beans, so I need to start watching out for the aphids because they are a-coming, I'm sure. And I thought I put calendula in some of these small pots, but I'm not getting anything, so I'm gonna replant those. Yeah, my strawberries. We have this strawberry here, but I don't think it's edible. See, it has some damage. I'm gonna take that off, and I'm gonna cover these plants up because there's more strawberries coming on all of the plants. Y'all, I should have marked these because I can't even tell which of the strawberries are the new strawberries, but I think this might have been one of the new ones because it's really small. But the rest, I don't know. Also, what I'm noticing with the carrots is in some of the bags, like on the edges of here, I'm not seeing any carrots coming up. I think the bags might have got shifted. I mean, the seeds may have gotten shifted, but that one's doing good and the true leaves are coming on. But I'm just gonna leave them be for now and see what pops up, because I can always reseed if I need to. Looks like my some of my radishes got trampled, probably by one of them Godzillas. And we got some true leaves coming on here, yay! I did want to check the soil in here with this. So I'm going to poke this in kind of sideways so I can see, or diagonal so I can see. And it says it's a little dry. So it looks wet, but it says it's a little dry, so I may give this some water. So I think part of the problem with the carrots, not only shifting seeds, but also the bags may be drying out really fast. So I'm gonna give it some water, and you know the carrot seeds need to be moist, so we're gonna take care of that. So that's why I brought this out here, just to make sure that things aren't drying out too much. But I think on the top where the carrot seeds are, it is drying out. So I'm just gonna get my watering can out and water those, but everything else should still be okay because it didn't rain yesterday and I didn't water anything, but by tomorrow I'll have to water everything. But first, before I water, I'm gonna have some more coffee before it gets too cold. I love listening to the birds in the morning. And Mr. Rooster. He's quite quiet in the mornings. But as the day goes on, there he goes. As the day goes on, he's gonna get jiggy with it, okay? Can we still use that jiggy with it? Anywho. Oh, look at that. Isn't that like a beautiful sight? I'm glad I kind of made a little flower patch right when you come into the garden. So when you come, you see the flowers, and when you leave, you see the flowers. It's absolutely beautiful. Good morning, my fellow garden tools. It's the next day. Well, actually, it's the day after the next day because I didn't do anything yesterday. I'm feeling a lot better. I don't know how that's going to be later on. I'm not too tired out. I actually just kind of went straight to work when I came out here, and I didn't record anything, but I still want to record my observations and what I got done today. I feel like this hydrangea has a lot of new buds on it. I'm probably gonna go ahead and prune this back. The other ones don't have these type of buds, but they definitely need to be pruned back. Sunflowers are about to open. Y'all, look at this knockout rose. If you go back to the first video for this season, you'll see this knockout rose was looking terrible, and now it's looking beautiful. Okay, and there's definitely signs of life on here because I've been watching this like a hawk. I didn't have any leafage because I cut it all off, and now we got leafage. So I didn't kill it. I'm happy about that. And the second knockout rose is budding. You can see here. And we got roses. Yay! Y'all, these lantanas are super beautiful. Let me explain something about the lantanas. In several of my videos, I said that I kind of nabbed that lantana out of my neighbor's yard. It was more like a rescue. That lantana had been there for a while. It would almost start blooming on a little bitty piece. And then when the grass people came, they would just cut it down. They just kept mowing it down. And I really didn't know what it was. I went to the big box store, Lowe's. That's where I'm always at. And I noticed that they were selling lantanas, and they had those beautiful blooms like you see now. And that's what I recognized. And I looked it up and found out that the lantana is actually a invasive species. But in any case, I think that was planted by the original construction people when these houses were put in, because they put in a lot of shitty plants, you know. I won't say that that's a shitty plant or anything. It's not for me now. So I dug that lantana up. It didn't have any blooms on it, and it didn't bloom for me anymore last year. And I just put it in a 5-gallon bucket. You can grow anything in a 5-gallon bucket. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't. And now it's a big bush. Even from a few weeks ago, just me giving it some love and some water, it just is looking very dapper, I have to say. And that's the story of the lantana. It's a rescue, not a rob. I also always just take a peek at the little plant babies, and they're looking good, so nothing new. I did, however, today, I moved all of my plant babies to a different area because they were kind of taking over this area. I like to have them outside of the greenhouse during the day so that they can get some sun, because the sun is not too intense right now. And then if it rains, I'll stick them back inside. So I have, those are all empty, so y'all know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna plant some backup plants. Look, backup plants. I was able to clear my table because I had plants everywhere. Also, what I noticed, this is my red bell pepper plant. It has blooms. We got another jalapeno being spit out. This plant is spitting out one jalapeno at a time. And this jalapeno is spitting out another one, and another one is growing. Yay! And these plants, I need to do some research. So this is a note to self because I think it's a watering issue. You can see there's browning on the leaves here. So that's a note to self that I need to look that up. Also, I hadn't noticed until now, my banana plants are spitting out some babies as well. This one too. I always take the opportunity to look at the morning glories because they give me satisfaction because they are really taking off. Okay, I don't know how big these peas are supposed to be, but I'm thinking I need to go ahead and pick them off. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take those off today. They're kind of short and stubby. I also planted 4 asparagus beans. So these asparagus beans are on their way up. And I did kind of tuck some of these under so that they could go up. Y'all tucked these yesterday. Look, they just already started winding. Yay! And I think I need to move these toys because they're gonna be, this one's already trying to get attached. I also split my stevia plants, so hopefully they won't be in too bad of condition and unhappy because the roots were really entangled. So yeah, and I need to chop that down too. So hopefully this week I'll be able to process some stevia. Oh, this tomato is still holding on, and that's no lie. Of course, shake, 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 shake your tomato. Yeah, I think I might have made a mistake by not putting a proper trellis on this, but I'm gonna try to keep the suckers down to a bare minimum, and I'm going to put some string on here and string it up to the trellis. I'm gonna see how that works out. I haven't done that in this area before, so it's gonna be a bit of an experiment. And I noticed the pink roses are getting buds. Yay! And the red ones are too. Yay! So this is the home of the second stevia plant, which grew a smidge weird, but hopefully it'll straighten up. I had to put this bamboo on here just as a temporary measure because that bamboo is way too long for this plant. Now, I look back at the first videos when I purchased the stevia plants and they were like this big. They grew a lot and I didn't even notice. I also planted some New Zealand spinach in here, so we're gonna see how they do in this area. There's like a ton of blooming going on my contender beans. Yay! Y'all, this is the most blooms I've ever gotten on my contender beans, so I'm very happy about that. Y'all, these strawberries are like just standing at attention. I also got to talk to my neighbor. We have some wasps that are making a nest in their window. I'm gonna get that out after I talk to them. And we have another bulb shooting up there, and I need to just kind of do some weed picking in here. Now, I don't know if this is the ranunculus or not. I didn't pick it out because I've been picking things prematurely. This doesn't look too good here. Not sure what's going on with this. And I moved all my plant babies here. The only thing I did was I got some of my cinder blocks, which I think they're cement blocks because I don't think they use cinder anymore. But I put the blocks here and I just put some 2x4s that I found on the side of the road on top. And I put my plant babies here. So they should be fine in this spot. If it rains, I'll put them in the greenhouse and I don't have to worry about any runoff from the houses getting them. I also moved this crate over here because it was really kind of in the walkway. This is where it was at, and I just had it sitting in the walkway like that big bucket there that has the moringa in it. And I just stuck the New Zealand spinach down here at the bottom, but of course that's definitely not a good spot for that because it's not going to get any sun. I repotted these coluses that were in the front of my house that they kind of overwintered themselves and reseeded. I repotted them into their own pots and then we'll start taking care of those. That's how the morning has gone. It's been very productive. I set my alarm for about an hour and a half, but it's probably been like about 2 hours and a few minutes because y'all know how we do it. And before I go in, I just want to look at one more thing and then your girl gets to go to work. Y'all, look at this vining mandevilla. This was a very good purchase for me because I'm really enjoying these very vibrant pink flowers. They're beautiful. I almost feel like I need to have something else instead of just this pole for this to vine up on. I don't think that's gonna be enough, but y'all look how high it's gotten. It's getting it, and here's another vine over here, and it's just sticking out there looking for something. So I'm gonna have to think about how I wanna do that so it will be kind of a party. Okay, I got these. These are, I think, the sugar and sweet peas, and I'm gonna taste it. So, y'all, these are super sweet. I wouldn't even want to cook these. I'm gonna tell you what I hate. I hate it when I go to a restaurant and I get a salad and they put like peas in there and they are terrible. So when I started gardening and I saw everybody who was saying that the peas are so sweet and they could eat it right off the vine, I was like, I want to try that. But it was always, I want to try it in the heat of the summer. So I didn't know if these were done because y'all look how small they are. But maybe that's how small these are supposed to be. And I did only take off the ones that were kind of plump. This probably could have been plumper. But I also saw that the more you take off, the more will grow on. So these are the only ones I could like legally take off because they weren't babies anymore. So those will probably just will be my garden snack because they're super sugary and super sweet, and I love sweet stuff. They're nice and crunchy. They're perfect. That's a perfect garden snack. babies. Ooh, and hello there, sage blossoms. You're looking quite beautiful on this lovely morning. Wow, look at all these bean blossoms. I definitely want to say good morning to you. And good morning, new cucumber plant. We have another bulb coming up. It wouldn't be a good morning if I didn't say hello to my little friends in here. Good morning, tomatoes. I'm also going to give an honorable good morning to my lovely miniature rose plant because it's about to start blooming again. Plant baby's looking good this morning. And my asparagus beans, they're reaching up and saying hello, world. And let's not forget the morning glories. Good morning, morning glories. I'm waiting patiently to pick you. Hello, hello, hello. And I'm gonna be needing to pick a few more of you guys off and have you as a snack. Hello, Mr. Lantana. And yay, we got sunflowers. They're waving to me first thing in the morning. Oh, look at that. All those beautiful leaves coming on. Yay, I didn't kill it. And yay for lots of roses popping up. Even the salvia is bouncing back. So, hey, everybody. So this morning, I'm not doing any work out in the garden. I just came to say hello to everybody because I have a lot of work to do. And I feel like this week has been a productive week in the garden. However, things are growing. So it's all good in the hood. I did notice like one thing this morning that I really wanted to show you all. And that is this hydrangea. Well, actually, I just wanted to document this. And it had lots of buds on it, and the other two don't have these buds yet, but this one had the buds coming on. Y'all look, you can kind of tell what color it's gonna be. Look at the tips of these. That's pretty freaking cool. I still have not done any research on these. And you can see this one is looking kind of blah. I don't know if that means when it's getting old it just looks like that, but then this one is really pink and looking pretty, and this one is starting to look kind of blah, but they're getting some new heads on them, so that's pretty good. Y'all, we're getting ready to get some okra going. Look at that. These are already getting their true leaves. I'm actually going to wrap up the garden diaries for this week. And every time I say it's going to be a short video, when I edit it, it's never short. But I think this week is going to be short because I just haven't done much. I just pretty much been watching things grow, been pulling weeds, been cutting off bad stuff because I think about 3 or 4 days this week it's rained, and it's rained pretty good. And I just been busy and haven't been able to get out here. And so, but I'm very vigilant because y'all, I'm keeping my eyes out for the aphids. Because when you're not looking, that's when those jokers sneak in and take up shop in your garden. So with that, I'm just going to go ahead and sign off my garden tools. And we'll see you on the next garden diaries. Bye.